Well, the NBA season is, of course, over, but tonight, many NBA players are still hard at work with a different goal: to get their teammates and their communities out to vote in numbers never seen before. We spoke with NBA star Kyle Lowry and Orlando Magic forward Mo Bamba about the league's massive voting push.
Forget shut up and dribble. NBA superstars are now using the sport to amplify their voices, harnessing the power of their platform to inspire change with an unprecedented get out the vote effort.
We want the people in our communities to know if we want change, we have to make it ourselves.
As you're educated more, your vote matters, your voice matters, and the platform that I have to use it.
For Philadelphia native and Toronto Raptor Kyle Lowry and so many others, this is much bigger than basketball. This is about the game of life and being a player, a role model, instead of just sitting on the sidelines.
We're not just athletes, we're also men and fathers and husbands and sons, and we have the opportunity to change the world, and why not use that opportunity?
The first step, participation.
Why do you think that only 22% of the NBA players actually voted in 2016?
I just know that our players were not different from a lot of people that just didn't show up. I think I'm grateful that they're deciding to do differently this year.
Now, with less than 3 weeks to go until the election, the massive push by the players is getting real results.
I'm going to challenge all my NBA guys, other sports guys. Let's try to get our entire teams registered to vote.
League-wide, registration is now at least 96%. 20 teams, including Lowry's Raptors, are at 100% registration.
There's a lot of people who grow up in the inner city. They don't believe that their vote count, so they don't even go.
Being an African-American from North Philadelphia, I wasn't really, educated on the importance of voting.
You didn't vote in 2016. Why not? What was the wake-up call?
I didn't vote in 2016 because I didn't see the importance of voting. And when you're around adults who say things like, it doesn't really matter who, it doesn't really matter, my vote is not going to count, that really sticks with you. And
Orlando Magic forward Mo Bamba sat out in 2016. Now he's doing everything he can to make sure his teammates and his community don't make the same mistake.
I just might get vote tattooed on my forehead at this point.
For this young man who grew up in a tough neighborhood in New York City, it's always been about priorities.
You grow up in Harlem and you feel like, some of your friends were just kind of going down the wrong path. How did you then kind of change your own trajectory?
In a way, you have to decide to be a man. And I saw that I didn't really want that life for myself. I saw that I wanted something better.
His dream felt a lot more attainable after he watched Barack Obama elected president in 2008.
This is our time to put our people back to work and open doors of opportunity for our kids.
Bamba, just a fifth grader at the time, wrote this letter to the president.
I was so happy that history was made. Not so many times you wake up with an African-American president. President Obama, I believe, I know you'll make a change.
While some of his friends started getting in trouble, Bamba asked to go to boarding school, where he thrived, both in the classroom and on the court.
I'm a firm believer that people are not a product of their environment, that they're a product of their beliefs.
So if we were to have a target audience of young people who are old enough to vote, but in the inner city and just feel that their vote doesn't matter, what would you say directly to that teenager or that 20-year-old?
I would say it does. I would say it does more than you'll ever know.
On Election Day, at 7'1", Bamba will likely be the nation's tallest poll worker.
Biggest thing for me was putting my money where my mouth was.
You'll find him at the Orlando Magic Arena, a location he was instrumental in turning into a polling place. On November 3rd, 20 NBA arenas will welcome voters instead of fans. And Bamba will be one of thousands of first-time poll workers recruited by LeBron James's More Than a Vote.
I wanted to come on to give a shout-out to all the folks who are volunteering as poll workers in this upcoming election.
During the NBA Finals, President Obama backed the NBA's Get Out the Vote effort and thanked the brave volunteers.
Democracy doesn't work if just a few people do it. That's like playing with half the team.
the culmination of 3 months in the bubble for players and a realization of the platform and voice they have.
And we're here for our jobs, but we're also here to make sure that our voices are continuing to be heard.
You know, word gets out that Jacob Blake had been shot. What's your reaction?
I felt like our league is one of the most influential leagues there is. You know, when that shooting happened, honestly, everyone was like, what the hell? You know, we just have been through this.
In an unprecedented move, NBA teams boycotting tonight's playoff games.
It was just a tough time. And we legitimately, you know, that was the reason part of the reason we were there, were to use our voices, to use our platform, to be outspoken, to ensure that our voices are continuing to be heard. We're going to push and push and push for change.
A change and impact these players hope will play out long after the championship champagne celebrations and far beyond the hardwood.
But no, I would have never thought in a million years that I'd have a platform that I do now, and that I'll be, you know, speaking on issues such as voting.
His hoop dream may have started in a Harlem classroom 12 years ago.
You opened a door to everyone.
But now it's about far more than scoring on the court. It's about giving everyone a fair shot at democracy and a reason to believe their voice matters. Anything else that you'd like to add? Some final word or message?
Vote.
Everybody vote.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.